Section 7.1 is starting our units with measurement, metrics, and all sorts of good things in Chapter 7 here. Units of measure are pretty much standard around the world. Most of the world uses the metric system outlined here, where the base unit is the meter, abbreviated with the M here on the chart. Textbook has lots of good information that I would strongly recommend that you go through. Some really good charts where there are equivalencies, say 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters and so on. There's also some really good information on the very back inside cover of the back of the book. And so we're going to refer to those sections from time to time as we do this chapter. There's a lot of good information in there. On exercises 7.1 on 498, there's first recognize the appropriate units of measurement when we're talking about the metric and the English system. So like for number 1, it says the height of a skyscraper. Well, in the U.S., we would measure things in feet, so many feet tall. Around the rest of the world, they're going to measure it in meters. Remember, a meter is about a little over 39 inches long, so it's a little bit longer than a yard. Number 2, dimensions of a sheet of typing paper. We're going to measure it in inches. They're probably going to use centimeters. And the whole first section there for Objective 1 is to recognize and use the appropriate units of length in both the English and the metric system. We're just kind of using our best guess. For like when we get to the length of or the width of a human hair, our smallest unit in the U.S. system is inches. And around the rest of the world it is millimeters. So in some ways the metric system is far superior to the English system in measuring especially very small things. Objective number 2 is to convert units of lengths. So number 17 is 3 yards, and we're going to convert that to inches. How many inches? Well, like with everything else, I like to set up a ratio. And so my method of instruction on this thing is that we would take the largest unit, in this case it is yards, and I'm going to put a 1 on it. So 1 yard is equivalent to how many inches? Well, there are 12 inches in a foot, and there are 3 feet in a yard. So therefore, there is 1 yard is equal to 36 inches. Well, now it looks a lot like I have kind of a cross multiply and divide situation, where I would cross multiply and divide by my odd guy out here. And that's exactly why I set it up this way, so we could be able to do that. Well, 3 times 36 is 108, divided by 1 gives us 108. So once I set up my ratio above my question, I'm in pretty good shape. Let's look at 18 right next to it. I have 34 centimeters, and we're going to convert that to millimeters. Okay. Well, which one's largest? Well, if this is 1 and it takes 10 decimeters in order to make a meter, or 100 centimeters to make a meter, or 1,000 millimeters to make a meter, we know that centimeters is larger. It's closer to the 1. So 1 centimeter is equal to, each unit, remember in the base 10 number system, is 10 larger or 10 bigger than the 1 to the left or right. So every 10 here, so it takes 10 millimeters to equal 1 centimeter. Now we have our ratio set up. So 10 times 34 is 340. Divided by 1 is 340, so I'll cross multiply and divide, and then we're done. So once we set up our ratio, again, I like to put a 1 over the biggest unit, and then our ratio. It's a lot easier that way. You don't have to, but it makes it fit pretty well. Let's drop down right below that to number 22. So I have 418 centimeters, and I'm going to convert that to meters. Okay. Meter is bigger than centimeter, so I'm going to put a 1 meter. And remember we said every 10 going this direction, so it takes 100 centimeters because it's 1/100th to make a meter. So for every 100 centimeters, I have 1 meter. Now I have my ratio set up. Cross multiply, divide. So 1 times 418 is 418 divided by 100. Would give me 4.18 meters. So once we set up a ratio, we're in pretty good shape. Well, let's do one where it isn't quite so clean, where the numbers aren't quite as crisp and gives us whole numbers. So let's look at 27. We have 4,573 yards, and we want to know how many miles that is. Well, again, we look in our back of our book, and we're going to find that 1 mile is equal to 1,760 yards. Okay, so we would cross multiply and divide. So 1 times 4573 is going to be 4573, and then we're going to divide by our 1760, and we would have then 2.598. So let's call it 2.6 miles. All right. Let's do another one of those. Let's do 35. We have 17.5 meters, and we're going to convert that to an English unit of feet. All right? So we're going to need to get a conversion chart. The conversion chart that I would use is on 494, and there it lists that 1 meter is equal to 3.2808 feet. So I have my conversion then, so I can cross multiply and divide. So 17.5 times 3.2808 equals 57,414. Decimal here. And it's divided by 1, which is assumed at that point. So once we have our ratio, off we go. Objective number 3, it just says perform the indicated operation. So number 37 has 11 times 13 yards. It's just simply straight multiplication. Okay, so 11 times 13 is going to be 143, and it's just yards. I just have 11 groups of 13 yards. 38, right next to it, I have a 19 centimeters plus 45 centimeters gives me 64 centimeters. Okay, there's no tricks, no weird stuff here. As long as they are common units. I have centimeters, centimeters. Well, what if they're not common units? We're going to have to make them common units. 47 has 3 yards, 2 feet, and I'm going to add 5 feet to it. So I like everything vertical, as you know, so I'm going to put my common units together. Instead of moving it over here, I'm just going to line it up. So I have 7 feet and 3 yards drops down. But this isn't how we would normally say things. So if we don't say we have 3 yards, 7 feet, we would need to convert that. Well, we know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard, and we have 6 feet then, so that would give us 2 yards, and take 6 feet from that, so I would be left with 1 foot, and then I would have 5 yards, 1 foot. So we would convert this into the larger unit. Number 48, right next to it, I have 12 meters, and I'm going to subtract 318 centimeters. Well, I need to either make them all centimeters or all meters. It's a lot easier, I think, to make big things small than small things big. I don't have to worry with the decimal quite as much. So I'm going to convert then all of these to centimeters. And there is 100 centimeters in a meter. So if I have 12 meters and each one is 100, then I have 1200 centimeters, and then I can subtract my 318 centimeters from it. And when I do that, then it'll borrow. So we have a 2, our 8, and our 8 in centimeters, and then of course drops down for our units. Let's do another one of these. 56, I have 12 yards, and I'm going to subtract 133 inches from it. Again, I think it's probably easier to make them all inches because we have 133, so that's going to be kind of messy. So for every 1 yard, there are 36 inches, and we have 12 yards. So 12 times 36 is 432 inches, and I can easily then subtract my 133 inches from it. This has a 2, 9, I'm going to borrow again, 9, and 2. Now we can convert that back if we want. The book will let us leave it just like this, or we can convert it back. So we could take then our 299 and divide it by 36. That would give me 8 plus a decimal. So that means I would have 8 yards, and then we're going to take 36 times 8, just like we did that process before, and that uses up 288 of those inches. Means that I would have a leftover of 11 inches. This is the better way to do it. So go slow and easy on those, do the conversion, set it up, make sure they're common units, and have fun with the homework.